You know, the worrying trend about bus enthusiasts nowadays is that they are still, like, as of this point in time, they are still obsessing over which is like the rarest damn cameo in the entire of like Singapore, bus cameo. Or they're like scratching their heads as to which service is going to debut the e-bus next. Electric bus. Or they'll be scratching their heads, figuring out what kind of caption to use for their Instagram. They'll be worrying about how many likes they get on their Instagram when they post bus photos, or how many followers that they will accumulate in their whole career as a bus enthusiast, even though they're not monetized. And so many of the KUBs and OC500LEs, they are retiring and nobody gives a shit about them. And then the B90Ls, they are turning like 15, the oldest batch, they're turning 15 years old. Nobody cares about them. The SMRT Citaros, they are going to be retiring in 2028. Nobody cares about them. But when a fucking Euro 6 man debuts, they're like, oh my god, man, Euro 6! Do you guys know how embarrassing it is that somebody who's not a local that has to teach you about your own local bus services that you guys don't even understand fully? And okay, fine. I yap a lot. I literally yap a lot in all of my videos. It's not scripted. I just yap whatever I feel like yapping. And if you find me too repetitive or too yappy, you don't have to watch me. There is literally a channel. There is literally this gem of a channel that posts stuff that's bite-sized and like condensed into a few minutes, and it's easy to understand. And unlike my videos, which are mostly static with no editing whatsoever, it's just I play, pause, play, pause, play, pause. He actually puts in effort to make it look somewhat cinematic. He narrates them, but it's like, you know, at least when you watch the video, you can still see some like departure, arrival scenes of buses to cater towards people who have like the attention span of like, I don't know, a goldfish. So I'm just saying, you can go watch him instead. He talks about like bus operations, depot operations, allocations, interchange operations, and he also talks about routes, talks about rationalizations, talks about town planning, zone planning when it comes to bus services, the history of bus services, the history of bus stops, talks about the buses within a single town, talks about how many intra-towns, feeders, trunks there are, in a really bite-sized and condensed version that's easy for you guys to understand. So instead of like, I don't know, it's 2025, why are you guys still obsessed with like which cameo is the rarest? Instead of obsessing with all of that, I'm not even asking you guys to remember the regals of bus services. I'm not even asking you to recall or memorize which buses are like AM, PM, AP, S shift, E shift, T shift. I'm not even asking you guys to like do all of that to that detail. Why not you guys start small? Start with the basics first. Like, try to explain, like if I gave you like a 5-mark question and I tell you explain all the dynamics of a town link or an intra-town bus service, that's something that you genuinely could work on. Like literally, it's categorized. I know he doesn't upload anymore, but there is like this entire gold mine of good videos, like, and bite-sized videos as well. It's like there is like cross-border services, there are Malaysia showcasing Malaysian buses, Malaysian rail, and then a buses theory. In conclusion, which is just a summary of things, what to expect, which is like a preview of things, discovery buses, debate, joyride with me, Fun Fact Friday, bus guides, showcase. I don't know what this is, but old buses. But yeah, it's all categorized for you, unlike me. I'm technically a little bit messy. He's way more organized as compared to me. I don't really want to go back into like the whole, talking about like the whole Instagram clout chasing thing. But I would really appreciate if people just, like when making a comment, just put in some form of effort to explain yourself a little bit more, instead of just dumping out dumb suggestions that I have to read every single time. And on my part, it's really tiring because right now, I think I'm like the only one that's even explaining Singapore bus stuff, operations, or even like history to you. I'm not so good with the operation side, but like, I'm literally the only one. And the thing is, the only other person that I can think of that does similar stuff that's actually high quality, it's not just like purely cinematic stuff, but then all their content is like just already knowledge that's already well known. It's like just regurgitating fun facts or myth busting that people already know. They don't have to watch the video to know. I want some new insights. And throughout the years, this channel has produced new insights about stuff that you legit may not know. It's very tiring that when I explain all these sorts of stuff, it just like flies over everybody's heads. Okay, no. I appreciate those of you who actually know your stuff and you actually, you know, learn something from my videos, and at times you're able to correct me properly as well. I really appreciate that. And that's the reason why I want to get people to develop their critical thinking and stuff like that. I want to encourage people to like really appreciate and embrace Singapore's bus history. But you know, some of them, it feels like as if no matter how many times we try to like hint them or like try to teach them stuff, it never goes into their head. And at the end of the day, they'll go back to their old ways about They would go back to their old ways, just hyping rare cameos, doing stuff for their Instagram so that they get clout even though they're not monetized and stuff like that. This is really the worrying trend moving forward. Everybody is just so obsessed with like, I just snap and I just film bus. I am passionate about bus. But when you tell them to explain to other people the whole dynamics, the whole inner workings about a bus, the whole in-depth stuff about the way buses are run in general, nobody is able to like explain them properly, with the exception of like some of my commenters. They are actually really, really good. And I have to give credit to them because sometimes they actually explain stuff better than me. It's like when people, they just see bus as like, oh, it's a photogenic thing. It's like something that's like, story shorts, combo shorts, stuff like that. It is okay if you don't know in depth about buses and you're really only interested in taking pictures of buses because you like the look of them. That's fine. But when people call themselves bus enthusiasts, but they don't even know how to explain buses to people in a way that other people would understand, be it bus enthusiasts or non-bus enthusiasts, it is really kind of worrying. It's like I'm trying to get people not to memorize in a really robotic, rigid manner or just to regurgitate. I want to make it more, bring out the essence of like the past. I want to make it more fun and more approachable, like the whole topic and subject. It might sound dry, but I just want to make it more fun and approachable. But then in the end, there will still be people saying, just going back to their old ways, just regurgitating and recalling everything in like the most robotic and rigid manner ever. It's like, oh my god. Because ultimately, I just feel that like, yes, memorization is one thing. Even I am forced to memorize sometimes, but like, some people just like memorize without truly appreciating why buses are amended in a certain manner, or they just, they just end up regurgitating stuff like, oh, this service and this service in this year has been integrated to form this and this and this. It's like they are so overly obsessed with like the minor details, like the dates or like the operators or stuff like that, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, you guys are not truly or fully understanding the whole essence of services. You're just like regurgitating like, which year is it, which date is it. It's like, I don't know, why are you guys like so robotic and rigid sometimes? I know the answer is that some people, it's like a trait of the neurodivergence, but it's like, I've really tried to put in effort to like explain stuff to people, and then people revert to their old ways, and I'm like, okay, what's the point of doing this anymore? TLDR, go watch his videos. I think you would be able to retain information better from him as opposed to me, in case I'm way too advanced or in depth or I'm difficult to understand, stuff like that. Go watch him, please.